Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And firstly, I'd like to apologize because the Condo Canyon took way too long to get out. As I mentioned in the Sleepy Sound video, my old drop map creator decided just to randomly flake on me and then block me on Twitter. So I had to go with somebody new and then wait for this guy to make the drop map. So we finally have it. The drop map is created for 3 spots, so you get a little bit of a specialty. There's 1, 2, and 3. That's because we'll be VOD reviewing Vadeal and Rezon. And what they do in cash cups is they land over here on this side, but in set lobbies, they actually land on the hotel here. So they land here in set lobbies. And usually what happens is that it's split like this. This is a very common split that will happen, is that Condo is split down the middle like this, and one team will get this side, and another team will get this side if they decide to split. Now from there, either teams can decide if they want to fight or not, or what happens. But the most common splits are something like this, really, where one team gets all of this, and then one team gets this, and one team gets that. So if this was going to be split between 3 teams, this is how it would be. These 2 teams obviously getting way less loot than right here, I think. Actually, let's open up the chest and see. Yeah, way less loot. Oh, not way less, but like a fair amount less. So, really, the big thing is, let's just do our initial breakdown here as always. So in total, Condo has 36 chests, which is a fair amount of chests for sure. It's mainly on this half here. So again, if you do get all this to yourselves and they're over here, you're gonna have way more loot than they will have. But that doesn't really matter in this meta, because all you really need to fight is an SMG, an assault rifle, and you don't even really need a shotgun, but you should maybe have at least one person with a shotgun. So having more loot doesn't actually really matter. The only thing that matters is mats and heals. So you should have more mats and heals than this team, but the actual weapons don't really matter. So now we're going to do floor loot. There's 89 spawns, and again, most of them are on this side. So if you're on this side, you should probably be leaving with at least 1 pad. And you're over here, then you'll probably not get a lot of pads, if any. So then ammo boxes, we have 49 ammo boxes. Again, south side has mainly all of them, so you should be chilling with the floor loot, the chest, and the ammo boxes. You should be more than good on ammo. Vending machines, we have 2 weapon vending machines and a mended one over here. Early game, the weapon ones will matter, but the mended one won't, because like super early, no one will be landed over here. Web shooters, now we have a few web shooter spawns. There's some up here, so if the bus comes anywhere like on this side, you should make sure to check to see if anybody's landed here. If not, then you can make a note of that and see if you can rotate in a little early if you're unconned, but you might have to be late to see if you can get any of these web shooters. Now there also are some over here. These are highly contested because we have a split up here, we have Jonesy's, and then we have another split down here. So we have 3 splits that all kind of want these Spider-Men. So you probably won't be able to get those ones, and you won't be able to get these ones. So your only chance are the ones over here. So cars, which are really important, the 4-wheel cars here, the 4-door cars are super important for rotates. Plenty of them at Condo, so you're chilling. Rifts, now if you hear a rift, it is down here, and immediately if you're in zone or rotating or driving out, you should stop and look up, because good chances they're going to be doing something like this, and that's free surge if you have done your Kovacs. Slurp barrels, this is important for what Vadeal and Rezon do, so there's actually 5 right here, so just have a little mental note for that for once we go into the VOD review. And there's 4 over here at the gas station, which doesn't really matter. Now noms, there are 16 nom spawns, with so much being on this side. So if you do get this side, good chances are you're going to at least have 2 peppers, but you might have a bit more. If you're on this side, then there's a way less smaller chance than that you'll actually have 2 peppers, or even more than that. Coolers, there are 4 coolers at the main here. I don't know where exactly they are. I mean, this one's pool. This one's they're probably all on the roof. So if you can, and there's an AR on the roof, you could land up here and see if you can yoink some coolers and get some quick health. Ice machines don't really matter. Reboot van. Reboot van is kind of in the middle here, which is good if you land on the south side, bad if you land on the north side. If you're like this and there's 1, 2 and you're conned over here and your teammate ends up going down, but you're winning, you're going to have to reboot here and you're going to get fucking sent by these 2 teams. Or even if one team lands here, you're going to be sent. So you're kind of screwed if you land this side because the van's on the other side. That's really it in terms of spawns. And now I'll get into Rezon and Vadeal and the VODs I have of them. So here's another drop in from Rezon and Vadeal. This time they opt to go for the motel. I think Rezon is just too low to actually hit any of this. His drop's actually horrendous. I think he's forced to land here, which is very bad because both of their drops are bad because they can get lasered when they cross the street, which I think might happen to Rezon down here. We'll watch. Yeah, he gets cracked a bit. They loot up again. They just try to get as much shit as they can get, and now they're capped and a little bit longer. Oh no, actually fucking faster. So only about 30 seconds have gone by. Now they're madding up. Rezon gets a good spray on this guy up here. He's already low. Now I think they're gonna push over. So Rezon's going on the height, trying to find them, you know, comment it out. Vadeal's just madding up a bit, trading weapons, which is good. And then they find this guy here. He's already building on metal, so that just is an insight that he's probably already low on materials. Start getting cracked from team that lands at the rift. Whatever, let's run to the right. Taking shit. Deal splashes, they splash once, and I think they're just going to end up hopping in here. So this is a pretty crazy situation, but you need to quick dead one ASAP. A big shot on Rezon, and wow, he gets fucking shit on almost. Now Vadeal's in a little 1v1. That's just really, you have to decide that you have to hop in. This team's spraying at you, the fight's going to be over. You have to end the fight quickly. That's the whole point of this. And they decide, okay, let's go on the right guy here. Rezon was stuck. He has to fight now. He can't play builds. That's a fat shot. Misses a few of his shots there. No one saw that. This guy is one now. We get to see how they handle this fight. Vadeal can just bait the res. This guy has to come contest it. Oh, he doesn't. He pads off and he ends up running away. A little snake. Huh? And then straight to the rift and runs out. But if he didn't pad away and get away, this guy's only option is to either run through and try to stop the res on Vadeal, or run away, really, is his only options here. And all this is just because they pushed over early. When they pushed over from all the early damage, this guy's like 130 and the other guy's like 130 as well. And they're both pretty much stacked and ready to fight. Okay, so this time we have a little bit of a different example here, and I was kind of like interested by this. I don't know what changed that they decided to go for motel here and not actually the right side. I think it's the fact that Rezon's drop is maybe a little lower, and they just want to claim this for whatever reason, and they realized that Scope's drop was a little higher. Obviously Scope and Blake are on high ping here, but still the presence is the same. They go in here, they loot. Rezon already has a gun and is shooting a bit at Blake, I think it is, or don't Scoped. And good thing is they start breaking through shit, you know, grabbing weapons. And Scope starts pushing Vadeal. He hears that, he's calming that to Rezon. And look, they already have a pinch here, and Blake is still a few layers down. Now, because of the layout of the building, Blake has to either run up the stairs, break a wall, or try to squeeze his way out a window. Scoped is basically fucked. He gets doved in on Rezon. That's because he just gets pinched. There's nothing really he can do about it. He's pretty much dead. And then so I wanted to watch from his perspective because I think it's pretty important to see what Rezon did. Look how far down Blake is. Blake is like 3 layers below, and Rezon is on the same layer as his teammate basically. So he's in a much more comfortable position to support Vadeal than Blake is to support Blake, or Blake is to support Scope. Look, he's maybe like 2 floors down. So when you're landing, make sure you land somewhat near each other, where if you do need help, you're able to assist each other quickly. So this is kind of what I'm explaining here. Look, he's at the ground floor and Scope's 2 layers up. There's nothing Blake can do if Scope gets dived, and same vice versa. If Blake gets dived, there's nothing Scope can do. He just hops in, quick fight. I mean, there's nothing he can do. And then I think Blake rats around for a bit, but they do eventually end up killing him. Yep, and that's it. So I'm not sure what changed and what made them decide to actually go for the hotel here and not the other side. Maybe they realized that we have better drops and the person we're up against does not have a good drop at all. So that's what I think it might be, but I'm not 100% sure. So here's another drop in from Rezon and Vadeal. This time they opt to go for the motel. I think Rezon is just too low to actually hit any of this. His drop's actually horrendous. I think he's forced to land here, which is very bad because both of their drops are bad because they can get lasered when they cross the street, which I think might happen to Rezon down here. We'll watch. Yeah, he gets cracked a bit. So they loot up again. They just try to get as much shit as they can get, and now they're capped and a little bit longer. Oh no, actually fucking faster. So only about 30 seconds have gone by. Now they're madding up. Rezon gets a good spray on this guy up here. He's already low. Now I think they're gonna push over. So Rezon's going on the height, trying to find them, you know, comment it out. Vadeal's just madding up a bit, trading weapons, which is good. And then they find this guy here. He's already building on metal, so that just is an insight that he's probably already low on materials. Start getting cracked from team that lands at the rift. Whatever, let's run to the right. Taking shit. Deal splashes, they splash once, and I think they're just going to end up hopping in here. So this is a pretty crazy situation, but you need a quick dead one ASAP. A big shot on Rezon, and wow, he gets fucking shit on almost. Now Vadeal's in a little 1v1. That's just really, you have to decide that you have to hop in. This team's spraying at you, the fight's going to be over. You have to end the fight quickly. That's the whole point of this. And they decide, okay, let's go on the right guy here. Rezon was stuck. He has to fight now. He can't play builds. That's a fat shot. Misses a few of his shots there. No one saw that. This guy is one now. We get to see how they handle this fight. Vadeal can just bait the res. This guy has to come contest it. Oh, he doesn't. He pads off and he ends up running away. A little snake. Huh? And then straight to the rift and runs out. But if he didn't pad away and get away, this guy's only option is to either run through and try to stop the res on Vadeal, or run away, really, is his only options here. And all this is just because they pushed over early. When they pushed over from all the early damage, this guy's like 130 and the other guy's like 130 as well. And they're both pretty much stacked and ready to fight. Alrighty, so here's another time here. I think this is, I don't know if this is the set lobbies yet or just, I think, high in the cash cup. I can't remember. But I'm starting to maybe think I understand why they land here. And let's just open back up fortnite.gg. So most buses, I'd imagine that like if the bus is, because this part is here, it feels like that no matter really where the bus comes from, unless it comes from back here behind, that you will be able to land here before you land here, even though the spot is high up. That's because it's more out and it's more faced. So if the bus is like any of like something like, maybe not that one, but like any of like down like this, you'll hit here. But it's only certain bus paths that are close to Condo, something like this, that you'll actually be able to land motel before those smaller parts. So we go back. I think they do actually land way before everyone else. So Rezon gets a sniper. He's probably so happy he has that. And they immediately start looking for any tags. So all they're doing is trying to fuck with those guys over there. Try to look for as many tags as possible. Again, they do this exact same loot path. Loot up. We have to hit the barrels. Now they're at 180. To get as much mats as they can before they move over. Oh, this guy. Ooh, this team actually pushes them. Okay. So this team wraps up the fight. And you can tell when it's a good team because they push early. That's the big thing. A good team will push you early. So I think this catches them off guard a bit. They're like, oh fuck, this team's already on us. Vadeal's boxing up. Let's see, do I go drone free? God bless, I do. Now let's see what little dynamic we have here. Well, Vadeal's in a box with pieced up here. So, and Rezon's in a much easier position to support than his teammate over here. So this fight should pretty much, I think this guy's going to die. Like he hops in. Oh, actually, Vadeal's getting shit on. Can I play it? Come on. Boom. Nice pinch here. This guy needs he needs to get more active. He's playing too safe for how fucked his boy is about to be. Way too safe. So then crack the knockoffs. Rezon knocks him, and this guy's playing too safe. Zestin 87 playing way too safe. If your boy's getting shit on and pinch like that, you have to fucking balls deep one of them. Because if he jumped in hard, killed Vadeal, and pieced up, maybe, let's say, made it out, or because he killed Vadeal, the pressure was off and he could run away. Now it's a 2v1 and they should win, but obviously Rezon might be able to clutch it up. Now Zestin's pretty much fucked. He's just gonna get rolled up on from everybody and he ends up losing the fight. So this is how they handle almost being pushed early. Vadeal just kind of chills and they wait for Rezon to find an angle. So Rezon goes around and he immediately goes for a pinch on this guy. So you can either dive in with Vadeal when they're on top of each other or set up a pinch like this. And Zestin, if you're getting pinched, then whoever is on the outside, so if you're the guy getting pinched and whoever is on the outside, your teammate should be helping you to free up that pinch by targeting one of them. Alrighty, we have another one here. It looks like they are both aiming for the motel again. They look here, they notice a Vadeal probably just calmed out. Don't land over here. Their drops are really low. Rezon, come back to motel because I'm pretty high up. That's probably what happened here. So Rezon has to bail out because if he was to go over here, then these two guys would shit on him and Vadeal would end up landing later. So it looks like that they're able to switch up their drops depending on who's landed where and how good their own drops are and how good their opponent's drops are. So now they're looting motel. We get to see kind of how fast they do this. Right now they're going fast. Now they're pushing over. They're actually pushing over, I think, faster than they would when they landed over here. So if you're landing motel, watch them even still and learn how they did this, because both of them are full. That's from the coolers, and they're pushing over, which is what I would thought like the tactic would be, but they don't do it. So I don't even think these guys have had time to hit the barrels yet. I'm not sure if they know that, but they're just pushing. Now we get this fight here where my goot is getting keyed by Vadeal. He's pretty much dead. This is an easy fight. Nice pinch again. Heinen or Hainai, I don't know, would have to dive Rezon, because when you're getting pinched, what you want to do is somehow alleviate some pressure from the pinch by focusing one of them. So all my goot can do is hard focus one of them. So if he knows Heinen's behind him, he should turn on Rezon and key Rezon as hard as possible while this guy pinches from the other way. So it's almost like you're countering a pinch with another pinch, if that makes any sense. Or you box up, you chip damage back, you force them to heal. Heinen almost goes for the 2v1 here, then he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go psycho Vadeal. It'd be nuts if he won that. When I was watching this for the first time, I was like, oh my god, is this guy a fucking goat or what? But I think they ended up, yeah, Rezon just sticks the res, or tries to, and then they go for a little fight here. Oh wait, he might die. I can't remember now. No, okay, never mind. And he's dead. So, whichever side you land on, the key thing seems to be knowing where the coolers are or the slurp barrels and keying the other team as fast as possible. Alrighty, so that concludes the Condo Canyon breakdown. We covered basically what Rezon and Vadeal do. And if it's split like this, all they do is try to sneak up on this team over here and fight this team and get them killed as soon as possible. Sometimes they even just rotate out because there is a good enough loot here without even this side. So Condo Canyon could literally just be this to rotate out and still have a good chance of winning the game. You don't need to fight this side. So if someone does land over there, you don't need to fight them. But you always need to be aware of the fact that they will, and they often will push over because of the fact there isn't enough loot over here. The only way a team can sustain over here is if they find another split nearby that they can hit this, grab a car, and then go rotate out and try to yoink some loot somewhere or something like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I think the Twitter poll was a tie between, actually we might as well just go check right now, huh? Let's go, boys. Let's check the poll out. Okay, it was a tie between Logjam, Lumberyard, and Greasy Groves. Let's do random picker. Random picker from a list. Let's do Greasy, and let's do a Logjam. Pick a random item. Winner is Logjam, as we see right here. All right, Logjam Lumberyard is the next one up. You saw the random picker there. So the next vote poll, I'm going to do Sanctuary, Rocky, Greasy, and Condo. So vote out of those, and whatever gets selected, and that will be the next one. So make sure you go to my Twitter. Cheers.